Hello, everybody. How's it going? You're doing good? So welcome to We Are Wearables Toronto, the October edition. This is our new realities event. We have been doing an annual AR/VR event. It's our most popular one. The lineup is, my heart's pounding because I'm freaking out trying to get these people, and they're all the way to Elizabeth Street up there. Count yourself lucky you have a chair today. So thank you so much, Toronto, for embracing We Are Wearables Toronto and for making this event such a big event. This is the very first time a meetup in the past 3 years we've been doing it has reached over 1,000 registrations. So big round of applause for you for making that number happen. We started We Are Wearables back in 2014 here in Toronto. We're now in Chicago, Montreal, and Ottawa with some other chapters soon to come. We have together, you included, grown to a community of over 100,000 people across those cities and digitally. And the mission of We Are Wearables is really to drive adoption, innovation, and economic growth within the wearable technology space, which is the future, and the future is now. I am pleased to announce that Toronto is the largest of those chapters that I mentioned, which, as someone who is a Torontonian, makes me extremely proud and excited to say. We actually just reached a milestone surpassing 7,100 members. In September, I challenged you to help make Toronto the wearable tech capital of the world on meetup.com by helping us reach a goal of 10,000 members by the end of the year. I think on the pace and rate that we're going, this is possible. How you can help is to let people know about We Are Wearables. If they're interested in wearables, which if they're interested in life going forward, they should be, then they should sign up. As you know, we've made this event for the past 3 years extremely accessible, thanks to the help of our sponsors, who I'll thank in just a second. But this is the place to come to try the latest in wearable tech and hear from thought leaders, many of them that are here in the city, which also makes me really proud to say. And so today, which means that we're going to put every panel and presentation on YouTube later on. And you're going to see some fantastic demos today. And so if you want to share this out with the rest of the world and amplify the message, use hashtag WWTO and follow us on Twitter at We Are Wearables. So speaking of which, we have a lineup, a really jam-packed lineup. I always have a very hard time putting my agenda together because this is actually not a day conference, but yet I treat it like we have all day. And so we will be doing rapid fire presentations and panels, really looking at everything from the VR, AR market opportunity, from a trend perspective and an investment perspective. We have Sulon Technologies, which is a revolutionary company based in Markham, creating an untethered AR, VR device that's debuting for the very first time worldwide. They chose you, they chose this city to show their technology, their Sulon Q device for the very first time. They'll be coming up on stage. And then we have two panels. The first panel talks about this shift, and the shift that's really happening is the move from 2D to 3D computing. So I wanted to explore that. It's the foundation for a lot of things, including AR, VR, and we have some really great experts to talk about that before we move into VR's impact on media and entertainment. And of course, in the demo area, we have 13 demos. Best Buy, our friends at Best Buy that have treated us really well this year, have helped us secure Sony officially as a vendor today, which means you're able to try the PlayStation VR before its official launch, October 13th. Sulon is demoing their Sulon Q. The Sulon Q demo is actually happening in the boardroom, which is directly across from the bar, or to the right of the escalators. They are having a sign-up sheet, which is in 15-minute increments leading up to 10 p.m. You guys have already filled that sign-up sheet. That being said, if you really want to do this demo, I would frequent the cruiser table that's outside, because there's a large chance that whoever signed up for that spot is not going to show. And so that's your moment to swoop in and try out this technology. The rest of the exhibitors out there are demoing anything from a HoloLens to an HTC Vive, the Gear VR, Oculus Rift, Google Cardboard. So we definitely have a great smattering of the devices that are happening here. But what you should be paying attention to is the hard work that's been put into the content and the experiences on these platforms. So this slide will be up. I'm giving you tip on the use of the Twitter handle, so feel free to use these throughout the day and the night. So a big thank you to our sponsors. I want to just give a real loud clap for the Mars team right now, because they're amazing. So in March of 2014, we moved to Mars, and it changed this meetup completely. We moved from, pizza and beer on a table with no tablecloth in a really small area with a box of wearables that I would just bring from home to what it has become the standard here. And the standard is pretty high, I think, and it's all because of the Mars team and what they are able to offer. So I could not thank Mars enough for making We Are Wearables Toronto what it is today. And of course, our friends Best Buy have been really great at helping us get access to some fantastic companies. Best Buy has been a big believer and supporter of wearable technology, and you can see that on the shelves today. PSVR, available October 13th. SuperVentures is the new fund and incubator that I've started in San Francisco. I'll talk about that in a second. Our friends at Herskew and Gold Silver, helping on the PR side, also leaders in IoT and wearable technology from PR and marketing. They are the ones that also provide you with the beer and pizza outside. Cognitive VR is a new sponsor this month. They create VR developer tools. So if you're a VR developer that wants to better understand how to optimize the performance and increase quality of your content, they do 360 and 3D analytics, among other tools, and I'll talk about that in a second. Our friends at Proto 3000, John is here. He's going to be on stage finally. I'm glad to have him. But they're also, again, in the demo area, so make sure you swing by to talk about what's happening in 3D printing and rapid prototyping. Earlier this year, Extreme Innovations helped us with some workshops. There are friends helping us really try to drive education in the wearables and IoT space. And of course, our friends at BetaKit, the #1 Canadian startup and tech news publication that you must be bookmarking and signing up to all their newsletters. They're keeping us in the know, and they're also helping to spread the word on what's happening here before and after the event. And speaking of which, I'm going to ask Douglas Soltis to come on up just to say a few words from BetaKit. He's the editor-in-chief of BetaKit. Big round of applause for Douglas.
Kind of stole my lead there. Okay, so we all love We Are Wearables. We love coming here once a month to see what's going on in the space. But what if there was a way to get all that amazing wearable news directly in your face, like say once a week? What if you could have Tom in your life, in your heart, every week? We've developed a way with our scientists in technology. We call it the Wearable Weekly Newsletter, which you can find on BetaKit, which is a newsletter curated by none other than Tom Emmerich. Every week, all the biggest wearable news, not only in Canada, but around the world, because it's very important to see how Canada stacks up. Easiest way to get this thing, go to betakit.com, newsletter section right at the top, subscribe, and then you have Tom in your life every week, every day. One more thing. What if there was also a way to get more content? Tom used to write all the time, and now he's like jet setting to China, like hosting events, doing all these things. On Mobile Syrup, our sister site, there's this new column, Reality Bites, written by Patrick O'Rourke, taking care of all the things Tom's not writing so he can organize events like this for you. There's a big PlayStation VR thing coming out tomorrow. We just demoed the Sulong Q. There'll be some video up tomorrow. You got to check that out. And that's my sponsor message.
Know that you should subscribe, but I'm always in your heart. I'm always thinking of you guys, so you don't have to worry about that. Anybody who's come in, there are a lot of seats up at the front, and I hate empty seats at the front because we feed off energy as speakers, so please come and sit with us up here. You don't need to stand. It's going to be a good but very long time here for you today. So I just want to mention again, one of our sponsors, Cognitive VR. They are a Vancouver-based startup that has the only engine-driven analytics package in market today. If you're a VR developer and you're interested in better understanding your user journey, gaze metrics, user fundamentals, and want to be able to see these in and outside of Engine, to be able to export all that data outside of the engine into WebGL, Cognitive VR is that company that you need to understand and download their SDK. So you can check this out at sceneexplorer.com. Of course, PlayStation, Best Buy has this up for sale. There's a bundle and a non-bundled product. It's going to be released on October 13th. Our friends at Lake Wilcox just actually launched a new brewery in Vaughan. I tweeted that on Wearable, so make sure you check that out. They have been providing local beer, which was an important thing for me to be able to bring to the table here as a local chapter of Wearables for the past year and a half. And they have a new pale ale out there that you can try they just debuted this week. So definitely swing by the bar to do that. And of course, our friends at Pizza Pizza keeping you well nourished for the 15 minutes that the pizza lasts before it's all gone. Android TO is happening again Wednesday, November 2nd. We are giving away 4 tickets. If you want to grab a ticket for free to Android TO on November 2nd in the city, just tweet out using the hashtag Android TO. So tweet out, I want a ticket, or hey Tom, you're in my heart, hashtag Android TO. Anything is okay as long as that hashtag is there. We'll be able to catch that. There is an event in Berlin. You still have time to travel with me there. It's an AR/VR event that's happening to showcase what's happening in Europe. 45% off code. I'll be providing this in the meetup discussion board and by email. Here in the city on the 16th and 18th of this month is Immersed. Again, some money off for We Are Wearables crowd. And you have the chance to win 2 FreeFly VR headsets. These are mobile VR headsets. They use any Android or iOS device. If you want to tweet and win this device, just tweet why you're excited about VR. Something very PG about VR, and tag Best Buy Canada. Please be PG with the tagging. Best Buy Canada and hashtag WWTO, and we'll pick winners, and you'll have those devices shipped to you from Best Buy.